Here we go. Welcome to the show, guys. Hey, it's Eric, two boys and their pops. It is Sports Pop Talk, and we have Sunday, August 30th, and we got a show to go. So away we go. Hey guys, how are you? Go ahead and get this down here real quick. Hope everybody is doing really well on this Sunday. We are ending the week. It has been an emotional week. There's been a lot that has been going on. So what I wanted to go ahead and do, just to kind of start the show off, real quick. Hey M3 Lions, how are you, bud? How's things going? I hope all is well. But what I wanted to just kind of go ahead and do real quick is just take an opportunity. We did lose somebody over the weekend here on Friday, Mr. Black Panther Chadwick Boseman. So obviously Wakanda. So I just want to take a moment of silence for that. So I'm going to do 1 minute. Go ahead real quick and pull this up. I just kind of like I said, I just very sad, early age, battled colon cancer. We lost a great guy, Chadwick Boseman. Some may know him as a Black Panther. He was also in a lot of other great movies. So we are going to, without further ado, have a 1 minute moment of silence. Okay, so from this point on. Okay. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. You definitely will be missed. Wakanda forever. You are in our hearts. And like I said, we really appreciate everything that you have given us. So rest in peace. Okay. So M3 Lions, how are you, bud? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So kind of what we're just kind of getting into today is we're going over the world of sports. Obviously, with the world of sports, there's a lot that's going on right now at this point in time. So you got a lot of playoffs. You have football around the corner. You have baseball trades, things that are just kind of right in the mix of things. We obviously have a lot of social issues as well to be noticed and taken care of. A lot of the coaches, a lot of the leagues, players, are working together to make sure that that gets taken care of. Let's start with basketball. So in the NBA, we do have some playoffs that are taking place. And a lot of the teams, for the most part, have started their next round. And for this team here, they are the 25th season as an NBA franchise. It is the Toronto Raptors, and they are going to be playing their first ever series against the Boston Celtics. So the Boston Celtics, and this is probably going to gear up to be one of the most probably competitive matchups in the playoffs. Plenty of depth, playoff experience, coaching is solid. There's versatility on offense and defense. Now Boston has gotten the better in the series, 3-1 during the regular season. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, you have obviously the team that is pretty much picked to win is the Lakers. And for them, let me go ahead and see. I could have sworn I had something for the Lakers. Um, but yeah, they are picked to win it. They won their series against the Portland Trail Blazers. They are going to be moving on with that. So um, awesome. So, like I said, we have Boston Celtics. You have the Toronto Raptors. You got Milwaukee. You have the Clippers, the Lakers, Utah Jazz. So you got some teams that are going to be mixing it up here in this next round, and so we'll see what happens with the NBA playoffs. Now, let's see here. Hey, Grant Williams, ball for life. Hey, Mitch, how are you? How's it going? We're also dealing with NHL playoffs. So with the NHL, right now we are dealing with Golden Knights in Vancouver, Colorado and Dallas, Tampa Bay and Boston, and the New York Islanders in Philly. Now, here with the Islander series, you have Matt Martin scored in the second period, and New York Islanders took a pretty much a 3-1 lead in that game, and now they have a 2-1 lead over the Philadelphia Flyers. You also have the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are pretty much doing a number on Boston right now. They won in Game 4. They are one win away from advancing to the finals in the East. Andre Vasilevsky is pretty much a force in the net as a goalie, so he's doing extremely well with that. And then you have so Colorado and Dallas. Pretty much the players requested to postpone the game Friday night. But they're going to be back on the ice. The Avalanche took ice Wednesday night, pretty much in a decision many players probably regret, but Dallas and Colorado will be back on the ice with Dallas Stars having a 2-1 lead. So we have that right there. Then you have the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, Vegas Golden Knights, they're a very gritty team. They actually won 3-0 over Vancouver as goalie Robin Lehner made 32 stops in a win, and Alex Yacht got his 7th goal in the postseason. So obviously the playoffs are alive. And then we have, now we kind of get into Major League Baseball a little bit. So now with baseball, it's trade time. Trade deadline's coming up here at the end of the month. Usually in July, the trade deadline is hyped. You talk about a flurry of what ifs. Basically, it's a lot of people's talking about, okay, what's going to happen? Who's going to go there? What's going on? Then in a matter of a couple hours, it's done. Players begin to pack for a new town, new team, new chance. But this year, in a challenge season, trade deadlines mean something different. Is it the same? And timing is different? Who knows? But here, teams have needs. So whether you disagree or agree, things need to get done at this time of the year. So we'll just kind of go over what we have here. Now, the Yankees are a team. Pretty much they need pitching. They need starting pitching. A veteran is needed. A lot of the teams need pitchers this time of the year. So you pretty much have like 4 or 5 teams that are going for like the same 2 players. So it makes it really hard. You got to hope that you have the ability to trade. But you have some teams that are kind of up and coming, like the San Diego Padres, who are looking to go all out. AJ Preller will be looking to improve the team. They're looking for some pitching. And then you have the White Sox, who Lucas Giolito is definitely a great piece of their team, but they need more. And they're looking to make some noise in the playoffs this year. They may possibly go after Jose Quintana, who recently had success with the White Sox. And, a lot of the pitchers that are out there, like Trevor Bauer, Lance Lynn, Zach Plesac, Robbie Ray, Matt Barnes. I mean, so you have some players, and then of course you have the ever loving. Let's see, where are they at? Where is he at? There he is, Mr. Kershaw. You have the Dodgers. The Dodgers are looking to upgrade the talent level, maybe get a bench piece with some flexibility, somebody to kind of help them out in that direction. One of the ones they're looking at is Whit Merrifield from Kansas City. He would give them some flexibility, outfield, infield, just a little roster bench piece for that. So, um, definitely, like I said, with baseball season, it's definitely something that we want to, you know, look forward to on Monday. Usually the trade deadlines, you get really excited. You're like, okay, what's your team going to do? Are they going to make something that makes a final push? Is this a piece that's going to get them to the World Series? So usually, like how do they pull the triggers? But since the scouts they can't really be in the stands watching games, you guys they have to rely on notes. They have to rely on last year. They have to rely on videos. There's a lot of stuff that factors in. So you're giving up these picks, and then you got players that do they want to go to other places with what's going on right now. So it's just kind of a a different season, obviously, with the MLB. Um, and then let's go ahead and jump in here. Obviously, we got the amazing football. We like to hit this head on here. With football, a lot of cool things that are going on with football. But I definitely want to take an opportunity just to send my condolences to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Unfortunately, his mother, Lori, um, she passed away. So he's going through that right now. So prayers to your family, and definitely our condolences with that. So we have the NFL season is pretty much coming upon us, and we have a lot of situations where the players, obviously we lost Chadwick Boseman, our king, um, over on Friday. And we do have some players, that would, are obviously, paying respects to that. And, there's a lot that's going on in the NFL. Now, go ahead real quick, just kind of look at some of my notes here that we're touching on. So you have training camps that are going on. You have everybody gearing up for the season. You obviously had fantasy football pretty much this weekend. A lot of places were taking shape for their fantasy football leagues. Football is pretty much right there. I mean, it's boom. It's right in the smacker. Look at that. Boom. Now, like I said, it's always good in this time of need too. If you can have your brother play with you and kind of hang out, you got the max. So that's awesome right there. And then, you don't want to fumble, the season away. But however, we don't have a lot of competition in the training camps. It's pretty much scrimmages in your teams. It's not like a regular preseason. So there's going to be some rust. There's going to be some things when the season starts out. So, I mean, who knows how everything's going to shape up. And you can have a team that starts out 0-4 and may not make the playoffs, because it's so important to get those wins early. But there was also, I just want to let you guys know, we had some breaking news in the sense of sports. It was a trade in football. And let me go ahead and grab this real quick. So the Vikings acquired from the Jaguars. The Vikings acquired Yannick, can't even pronounce his last name properly, but Yannick Neggio from the Jags. He is one of the league premier pass rushers for the Jaguars. He had 37.5 sacks, 14 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions in his time in Jacksonville. So that's going to help the Vikings defense a great deal. I mean, it already adds to the puzzle for the Vikings defense, who's always been very solid. So when you're looking at fantasy football, do you bring the Vikings now as one of your picks because you're obviously getting some good additions. And then obviously we look at let me pull something up here. What did I grab? Okay, I wanted to see what I have here. So let me go to this real quick. We got some training camps. I wanted to see if we could pull that up. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Best of the training camps. All right. So just going to take a look around the league with some training camps, just some pictures, that's things are going on. You got some new faces in the league, new places, things of that nature. So let me go ahead and pull that up. All right. So boom, we have that. Let's see. So at this point in time, look, I mean, you got obviously Lamar Jackson is hoping to have a good season. Obviously coming off that loss in the playoffs, he wants to kind of get back into the fold. Look at this. You got Rob Gronkowski. Obviously, is he going to be a addition for Brady? Is he going to be that security blanket for Tampa Bay? And then here you have Ryan Tannehill, who obviously did extremely well in the playoffs. Is he going to be able to have that same kind of magic? And then Seattle, you have a wide receiver, John Ursia. They have a good receiving core, DK Metcalf, so they have a good receiving core. So we'll see if Seattle is able to use that, stretch defenses. And then, of course, there's a man, Mr. Tom Brady himself. So is he going to do it this year? Who knows? Then obviously Jared Goff, looking to kind of have a rebound season and just kind of pick things up and see if he can get that Rams offense pretty much sparked. So, and then big expectations for Dak Prescott. Obviously Dallas Cowboys are upgrading. They have some good pieces. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, and then the Chargers. Obviously, the Chargers are not going to have their quarterback this year. We have Justin Herbert from Oregon. Basically, he's coming in. He's a quarterback and their future. So, and then of course, we have Mr. Mahomes. Champion. So can they do it again? Can they go back to the Super Bowl? Do they have the talent to continue? And they do have the talent, but are they going to be able to get it? Sometimes that back to back makes it really, really tough. So we do have some questions, with some of these guys like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had a kind of an off year last year. They did start to pick it up towards the end of the season. So they have some decent pieces they picked up this year. So Todd Gurley is one of them. So we'll see if that helps out. And then, of course, like I said, training camp, is everywhere. This is kind of what you look at as your scrimmages. This is your preseason right here. You don't have your typical, Baltimore Ravens going up with the Cowboys. You don't have your Patriots going up against the Chargers. It's basically inner squad versus inner squad. So, and that's the question too, is, who's going to get the ball in Boston, New England? Who are the Patriots going to be able to build their offense around? So is Rex Burkhead going to be somebody that they're going to utilize? Is Cam Newton going to be able to pull it off? Who knows? But like I said, Julio Jones, he's definitely hoping to make an impact this year again. He's been a great player. And there he is. There's the one, Cam Newton. So what type are we going to get this year with Cam Newton? Are we going to get type A or type B? What kind of player are we going to get from Cam Newton? Is he going to basically be able to blend in with this team? Is he going to be able to pick up, everything, the A's and the B's, the X's and the O's? So who knows? Is Belichick going to be able to get him in shape, and teach him a couple of things that maybe he hasn't learned? And then of course, the Bears, their controversy with their quarterbacks. They're obviously not Trubisky or Foles. Who's it going to be? They're not going to pretty much announce it until opening day. So it's just kind of leaving things in the balance and competition. So yeah, so we have, our football. Just kind of looking through here, there was something else, and then you got the Raiders. The Raiders obviously going to be in Vegas. They got a new town. Vegas, having some success with the Golden Knights. Will the Raiders be able to have some success? Will the Raiders obviously build up a good fan base and be able to bring in players that will constitute into a championship caliber team? So Buffalo, that's another one, a team who now with the Patriots not having Brady and the pieces that the Patriots have, Buffalo has an opportunity to step up and take the division. So are we going to be able to do that? Is Josh Allen going to be able to take his team and lead them to a division title? We shall see. So like I said, a lot of teams are hoping to catch fire. A lot of teams are hoping to make an impact early. And, like I said, are we going to Derrick Henry? Are we going to remember the Titans this year? Are they going to be an opportunity to upgrade into the championship? We shall see. So, but that's, like I said, we have a season ahead of us. So that's amazing right there. Real quick. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Flash Ray. So Flash Ray, you're a Bay Area guy. So you got the Niners, the Warriors, and the Giants. A lot of expectations for the Niners. So and then just kind of go on there. But yeah, so we have the NFL, around the league. There's a lot that's going on with that. And then the other thing is obviously, because of Kansas City, they're the champions. So they were able to raise their flag. Kansas City Chiefs 2019 world champions. But are they going to take a big hit? Boom! Who knows? Or are teams going to just be scared of them this year? Are teams going to be scared? Can you imagine? When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. No. You want that guy lining up to go catch a ball? I mean, does that guy get cut the next day or what? And then obviously, your mascots, we're going to have our mascots out there. Do we have a favorite mascot? Definitely, like I said, football, there's a lot that's going on with it. And, so we're definitely looking forward to seeing what can happen with the playoffs for obviously hockey, obviously for basketball. You got baseball has their trade deadline. Football is right around the corner. So we're definitely looking forward to that. But we are also, like I said, just paying a little bit of respects. Hey, big screen. We're just kind of paying some respects. Also, like I said, to the man Wakanda, Chad Boseman. So just wanted to kind of pull this up here real quick.
What do you know about Wakanda? It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits. All front. Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado. They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time. I'm the only one who's seen it and made it out alive. The world is changing. Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors. Step into the spotlight. You are a good man. Step into the spotlight. It's a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be a king.
All right, so obviously a tribute to the man, Wakanda. So definitely, like I said, that's kind of what we're doing today is just kind of talking about what's going on with the league, what's going on with things around baseball. Let me go ahead and see. I wanted to pull this up too, if I can. So I was going to show you guys. We actually had fantasy football. In fantasy football, we're in a league. Me and Will are actually in a league together. And so we're going to be squaring off here I think it's week 2. So I wanted to kind of show you our team. Let me see if I can pull that. I'm trying to make it bigger. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. I was going to try to make it bigger in regards to that. Let's see if I can do that. So I could get that, trying to figure out where. So I'm just going to kind of go over a list of players, in regards, and you guys, tell me what you guys think. So for myself, I was able to, now I had the 3rd pick and Will had the 2nd pick. So with the 2nd pick, Will took Patrick Mahomes for Kansas City, Melvin Gordon, who's going to be the running back for Denver, another running back, Ronald Jones from Tampa Bay, Matt Breida from Miami. He's got a wide receiver, Chris Godwin with Tampa Bay, Tyler Lockett, Julian Edelman, Hayden Hurst, Tyler Boyd is a wide receiver, and he's got the defense for the Patriots, and Justin Tucker for the kicker. I was able to pick up Tom Brady, Ezekiel Elliott, Philip Lindsay, and Deebo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers, Allen Robinson from the Chicago Bears, DK Metcalf, Devontae Parker, Travis Kelce, Cole Beasley, the Steelers defense, and Matt Prater. So we definitely have, some interesting matchups. Hey, David Logan, how are you? So college football started off with a bang last night with the first play of the season going for a 75-yard touchdown. Okay, let me take a quick look here. I know that some of the college football teams are deciding not to do certain things. So let me real quick pull that up and see if I can pull anything up, because that's kind of cool. That is a bang. Let's see here. NCAA football. What team was that? What team was that, David Logan? I'm gonna see if I can grab that. Let's see, 2020. Um, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm just trying to see who might have pulled that up. Let's see here. 75-yard drive. All right, let's see. So, David Logan, do you have who might have been able to what team that was? I'd like to be able to kind of show it if I had it for the highlight. Austin, okay. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's see. And let's see if I can get any highlights for that. Ba-bomb, ba-bomb, ba-bomb. Because I definitely, a 70-yarder. We just pull up 2020. Give me a second here while I'm pulling that. So it's Central Arkansas. Okay. Let's see here. And Austin versus Central Arkansas. And let's see if we can get that pulled up. All right. And not sure if this is it or not, but we will check and make sure. So you can tell me. We'll see if it pulls in here. Real quick.
Smith
Oh, wait, no.
Smith has Whittingham. Touchdown, Bears.
So that's a game winner right there. So no, that's not going to be it. We want the 75-yarder. So let me go ahead and see if I can find that. Was it in the first half highlights? Let's see if it's in the first half highlights. Let's go from there.
Austin Peay and Central Arkansas will play the first game of the 2020 college football season. Hi, everyone.
Freshman. And right away, Holtzball is going to keep it. Pitch it to Evans. Evans, a nice block outside. And Evans has room. C.J. Evans makes a guy miss. And you wanted college football. First play.
Nice.
Touchdown, Governors. 70.
Took it to the house.
Yards.
Okay.
And Mike Golick Jr., how about that to kick off the 2020 season?
Matt, it feels like we've been preparing for this game for a month leading up to this, and we could have prepared forever.
On to kick. It is good. Now 2nd and 4. Smith to throw. Throws it outside to Whittingham. Whittingham, one of their talented receivers, makes a couple of men miss. Smith again to throw, goes deep, lots of contact intended for Whittingham. Smith steps up in the pocket, flips it ahead to Crossley, and he's... Smith again forced to step out of the pocket, that incomplete, and Austin Peay's defense.
Okay. Obviously, hey, Christina, how are you? How's it going? So yeah, that was awesome right there. 75 yards, way to kick off the season. Definitely have to start looking into some of the college football and see who's going to be playing. I know there's some teams that are deciding not to, with the MAC and everything. So that's basically, football right there. It's close. It's right there. Are they going to be able to sustain a 16-week, 17-week season? And then even when we get to the finish of the season and we get ready for the playoffs, can it happen? Can we get a Super Bowl? That's the biggest question, because, the season is going to be enduring and there's a lot of obstacles that they're going to have to hurdle. And so they are going to take some hits. Boom. But can we do it? Boom. We shall see. Like I said, with football, we miss it. We miss the contact. We miss the sports. So definitely from there. That's just one of the things that I'm looking at is, with the playoffs, you got NBA, NHL, MLB, NFL. There's a lot in the pot to stir. So that's definitely just depends on what you guys like, and just kind of go from there. Yeah, let's see here, just 1 second. It's hard sometimes to have to go check my IG. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and thank you, Matthew. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So obviously we we do have something that Matthew has brought to my attention. So let me go ahead and see here. Okay. Let me see how I can pull that up here. Just 1 second. It's so in memory of, let's see. Bum, bum. This is news that just came to me. So I wanted to pull it up for you guys. Okay. So this is news that Matthew has brought to my attention. So let me go ahead and let you guys know we do have some more. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull this up. So Lute Olson has also passed away. From Arizona, the coach. So in memory of Lute Olson.
Celebration time in Tucson, Arizona, folks. Kansas City.
Seconds left. Break it behind the back to Kelly for the jam. 92-72. Arizona, the first team to enter the 1994 Final Four.
Nice job, Ryan. Good job.
Fortson, he can't get it off. Simon throws it up at the buzzer. Oh! Do you believe in miracles? What? Is that for real?
Lute Olson with win number 500, and he's never experienced a more thrilling one or a more unusual one.
Strip it away. Gary again. Stoudemire, can he end the half with one?
Okay. So rest in peace with Lute Olson. So it's obviously when we lose people that have obviously made impacts, it's that's how it works. Is we're on this planet. We're never given any time how long we're going to be around. So you always make the most of it with family and friends and loved ones, and just the legacies that are left behind. With the people today. And then once again, Ryan Fitzpatrick with his mother, Lori, so rest in peace. It's very sad too. So, all right. Well, we appreciate that, Matthew, for letting me know about that. Awesome. So that's kind of, what we're just kind of running down here a little bit, is that show of playoffs. MLB, NHL, NFL, NBA. There's a lot going on. You probably have some racing. You got the college football. So we do have a lot going on. So awesome. So we really appreciate it. Let me go ahead. There was one more thing also that I wanted to pull up. Let's see. Yeah, I mean that. For Lute Olson. That was a huge hit in Tucson. definitely. So to his family, friends, alumni, everybody in Arizona, you know, they're going to be losing a legend. So very, very sad. It's really hard to go through some of the stuff like that. So what I wanted to also, there was the Cincinnati Bengals. Let me pull something up here for the Cincinnati Bengals and see if I can find that. It was something I just wanted to show as well, and hopefully. All right. So just trying to. This one right here was a video. I couldn't pull it like as much as I wanted to put it on my program here. So I had to go and find it. So let me see if I can find it here. Where is it? Amari Cooper. There's that. Joe and Burrow. Real quick, let's see if this pulls up. I'm looking for something that I came across a little bit earlier for the Cincinnati Bengals players. And, there's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of things that are going on in the world of sports. And so I'll go ahead and let's pull this one up here. There's a lot of reflections with the teams that are doing this. And, it's good to see a lot of the teams are taking a stand. So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick.
On behalf of the players, teams, coaches, the staff, the organization, we're hurt because we feel the pain of not only our Black teammates, but our Black community. We understand that we have to use our platform not only individually, but collectively as an organization. We wanted to be known that yesterday wasn't a day off. It wasn't a day for us to just say, to go home and say we didn't practice. For us, yesterday was a full work day. Obviously, it got out regarding our efforts to get everyone here registered to vote, in which we had 100% participation. But we used it as a day to reflect on those Zoom calls we had this offseason, to reflect on the emotions we endured and those conversations that we all pledged to help not only uplift our teammates, but our community. We understand that our job awards us with a platform to pour into our resources, our relationships, to not only make change on the surface level, but use the communication with those, to use the relationship and the communication that we have with others that can help change and deep-rooted change. As an organization, leadership, we plan to take full advantage of those resources. We also used yesterday to strategically plan and map out how this Colts 2020 year team will impact our community. Within this map, they aren't wants, needs, and requests. There are demands and commands that we plan to stand by.
So what like I said, I can't play too much, but I was looking for, there was a lot of that in the league. A lot of teams, taking that stand and wanted to make it known. So we applaud them. Obviously, there's a lot of support that needs to be in the future in regards. So, yes, Black Lives Matter, equality, so we need that. And that's kind of where we're at. So, like I said, it's been a somber kind of week. Things that are going on unexpectedly. We lose people. So it's been difficult. But the ones that you're with, your loved ones, just value that, treasure, those moments, enjoy your time. When you wake up in the morning, give that loved one a hug, call them, go call mom, go call dad, brother or sister, just realize that, life is precious. And sometimes we take things for granted. We do. And we have to realize that even with sports, these guys, they're not just here for entertainment. These guys have lives, they have families, just like we do. It's great to watch football. It's great to watch sports. It really is, and it gives these guys an opportunity to do things that they love and their passion. But they're not, you know, in any means for us to say, hey, look, you guys need to be out there and entertain us. We have a lot going on in this world, and we're all in it together, and we all have to fight and get through this, and we will. So that's kind of where we are. But I just want to, basically, like I said, this is, a show today, with the staff that we have. Would be more than happy to take a little bit longer of time. But, as you can see, I am the only one here. So it is what it is. It's just me. So I'm going to go through things a little bit easier. I can't just talk with me, back and forth and be like, hey, so what do you think about this? Hey, so what do you think about this? Well, I mean, it just wouldn't be as good. But other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Papa Willie, Christina Payne, David Logan, Mitch, Flash Ray, Rex, Robert, M3 Lions, Martin. I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out and showing up. So, but yeah, we got some sports still continuing through. You got the NBA playoffs that are going through. You got NHL, MLB trade line will be on Monday, and then NFL's right around the corner. So, but we appreciate you guys, like I said, being here. And like I said, Matthew, we got the Matthew Cali Club, but we don't want chaos, because we all know that. So the hockey playoffs, hopefully everything goes really well and gets exciting. But I definitely, like I said, appreciate you guys being here. And let me see. This one, like I said, was really funny for me. So I want to show it one more time. So, boom. So, I mean, that guy's never going to live that one down. But just want to say once again, this is Two Boys and Their Pops. This is the Sunday Sports Pop Talk edition. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. Go be with the loved ones. Go enjoy family. Remember, Wakanda forever. Black Panther. The ones that we have lost. So, reflect. Like I said, life is precious. So go enjoy it today, guys. Be with family. And until the next one, love you guys. Stay focused. Stay happy.